another Monday. Happy Monday, beautiful people. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. Woo, we had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. I did so much this weekend and I was wore out. Like yesterday I had to like chill all the way out. Hey, Harry. So happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. Let's see, what did I do? Friday, I was the commencement speaker for Common Ground. And if you want to read about it, go to the New Haven Independent because Maya covered it. I didn't even see her. She should have came up and said, "Hey, Babz." I didn't even see her. I did not see her. And she took some pictures. I didn't even see her. So I don't know how I missed her. I wish people would just come up to me and say, "Hey." So yeah, I mean, let's see. I've got a little rash happening on the side of my face. I don't know what it is. You know, as you age, all these little crazy things start happening to you. You know, in my mind, I think in my mind, I'm like 32. My body is like 58. And so all these little things, like I got this little rash, and it's like a discoloring rash, right? I don't know. But anyway, so I did the Common Ground commencement, and it was so nice. It was so beautiful. It was so moving. You know, I forget it just doesn't get old. And I hadn't been to a Common Ground graduation since my son graduated 3 years ago. And I said in my remarks, I said, you know, when my son graduated, my ex-husband and I were sitting in the audience. We had our fingers, toes, everything crossed because it took so much to get him to that point. And you know, we were just like making sure up until the last minute that it was really gonna happen. But we weren't satisfied until he actually walked across the stage and actually got that diploma in his hand. So that's so being there Friday was bittersweet, and the fact that it is my 40-year high school graduation anniversary. I've been out of high school 40 years, and I said that at the graduation, and I heard somebody's go, "Damn!" And I was like, "I know, I just heard that." I was like, "If you live long enough, you get to go back and see your peoples." So see the peoples that help form, you know, the beginnings of who you may become. So this really is my 40th anniversary of graduating high school. I graduated high school in 1981. I haven't seen my classmates. Uh, I went back for the 10-year reunion, and I haven't been back since. And they've been meeting. They've been having them every 5 years or something. You know, when you get to this point, you got to start doing it every 5 years because you know. And we've already lost quite a few of our classmates, you know, and we just lost Leon Davis last year. That still hurts. Like I, I can't even wrap my brain around that. Like it's just weird. So yeah, so that's what I did Friday. And that was took up pretty much my night. I didn't even get downtown to the green. What I did, I came home and I live streamed the Wynton Marsalis uh, uh, Lincoln Center Orchestra on the green. I live streamed it. I was by the time I got home from the Common Ground graduation, it was about 8:30. So I just live streamed it. It was you know what? It was quite nice to live stream it. I mean that beautiful camera work. Like so it's not like I'm watching it through somebody's phone on the green. It was a real honest to God camera and it worked. It was great. So I got to watch the concert. It was great. And I enjoyed it very much. I really did. And then Saturday, I spent the day at the Juneteenth Freedom Festival, the fifth annual Juneteenth Freedom Festival, hosted by who- Kai Perry and Kelly Merrill. I think it's their particular organization. They put it on. Oh, the Amistad Committee, the Amistad Committee, and the 29th Black Infantry Regiment. So they put it on. So they put it on at Ashman Street, 230 Ashman Street, behind the new Q house, all of that stuff there. And it was a good turnout. I met Chief Austin's wife. He had a pop-up boutique from stuff from Ghana. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff. Not a whole bunch of stuff, but $45 worth of stuff. Really nice. Um, so yeah, but I conducted the some interviews for them, talking to people about what they do and what that day meant and stuff like that. It was fun. I mean, it was fun. They had Rasan Langley playing. I mean, he's so really good. He's really, really good. They had a DJ. They had lots of vendors. They had Mr. Lucky's Mobile Cafe. So they were doling out food, um, lots of food too. Like, they had dancers. They had um, the vaccine folks were there. There were other health professionals there. The fire department was there. The police department was there. A wonderful day, and the weather was perfect. I mean, it was sufficiently hot, which I absolutely loved. It was sufficiently hot, and I got to talk to a lot of people. I just talked to a lot of people, and I live streamed it up on the WNHH Facebook page, which was nice. So you can go back, you can go look. I tried to catch a little bit of the festival itself, in between doing the conversations with people. So I did that. I participated in the virtual conversation with the Arts and Ideas people about hair, specifically Black hair, and what that has meant to us over the years. So I did that for an hour, and then I came back to the festival. I mean, I did it from the festival. I was in the building in one of the little offices. I needed some quiet, so I did that, and then after the festival, I raced downtown to the Green for the actual to be present for the actual Arts and Ideas festival. I got to introduce the beginnings of the hair show, and it was great. Great, it was great. It was great. So I did that. I got to go on the big stage and talk to the peoples, and it was fun. Thank you, Malachi Easton. It was fun. And then we hung out in the hospitality tent, drinking up all the rhythm beer and the the prosecco. And then they had like the finger food kind of thing, like in packages, like celery and nuts and cranberries and jam and that kind of thing. So that was nice. And so we hung out there until it started to rain. About 8:30, it started to, just after the hair show. No, just as the gospel singer came on. She's the queen of gospel energy. She was amazing. I think her name was Donna, something like that. But you can go look it up. You can go see it because they have all this stuff. You can go to the Arts and Ideas and find it. But she was amazing. And then it just started pouring rain. So there was a couple of more. It was another act coming on, but they couldn't do it because the rain was poured. So we were all under the hospitality tent, and then um, got ponchos and the whole nine, and last call, sat there through last call, and then left. So the most of the Arts and Ideas people went to Camacho Grill. I couldn't do that. I was tired. Like I was really tired. So I ended up chatting with Kathy Graves for a good half hour, 45 minutes. Then I went on home. By the time I got home, I was dead tired. Like like Juneteenth owes me nothing. Like I really I really put in work for the ancestors on Saturday. Like I put in some work. I tried to represent and cover and be and represent and absorb and take in and be in the moment and be everywhere. And Great. Enjoyed it. It made me feel really good. Really, really good. And so that was Saturday night. And then Sunday I got up, I slept in a bit, got up, made some pancakes, some beef sausages. Then I just decided I'm not going back downtown. I mean there's stuff going on, but I was like, I would just chill. So I just chilled, drank some sparkling wine on the porch, and Faye came over and hung out for a few minutes. Had to go. But she actually did go back down on the green because she wanted to catch some of the dance. That dance last night. So caught some of that. Then I probably crawled into bed about 9ish, 9ish, and then I turned it off just after the. And then here I am this morning. So and yesterday was my good friend Sarah Lulu's birthday. Greece, sucking up, sucking up the rays and the good vibes of Greece. So, so I know she ain't listening, but we are all on this group text, texting her. Happy birthday, Sarah Lou. Ever you are in Greece, up sun in the sand. Oh, very, very jealous. I'm very happy for you, but I'm also very jealous of you. So, and I'm jealous of Ife too. I don't know if I can't tell you why, but no, I am. Just know I'm very, very jealous of my friend Ife. Love her to pieces. My best girl, but hella jealous. And let me tell you something. Get this other hit done. No, this Rolling Stone will gather no moss. Trust me when I tell you. I get this other hit done. And I'm having it done at the right time because September 8th, surgery. So I figure by October, I'll be up and running. November, the Arts Council awards, awards, the annual luncheon, big awards, and we're doing it at Lyman, so it's a lot of fun, lots of lots of fun. So I can't wait for that. But as soon as I get this hip done, around the world I go. And by that time, I think the world should be in a much better place, COVID wise. At least I'm hoping. I'm hoping. At least I'm hoping. Because there's some places I want to get back to. Like I want to get back to Paris. Definitely want to get back to London. Definitely want to go Italy. There's some places I just want to go. I mean, just like anybody else, there's places I just want to go. So I'm just trying to figure that out now. And just bide my time. In the meantime, I could do a lot of little day trips around town. I could jump around. I can drive. I can go a couple of places here. And the Tweed, I just saw the ad for the Tweed. I could get a flight to Philly from Tweed in an hour. Like I could be in Philly in an hour. I'm feeling that. I'm like, I may have to go visit a certain, and it's like $120 or something. Like, okay. So that might be a nice little week, like a Thursday to Sunday kind of thing. Go to Philly, I think the Tweed goes, they got flights going to a bunch of little places. Um, I could, how they bill it is, uh, you can get a connecting flight, but they can get you someplace to connect to go someplace. But I don't need that. I think where I want to go, uh, um, I'll just go to the city where most people are going to connect to. I don't need to connect it. Not just yet. Not pre surgery. So no, I could fly out of Tweet. I could go to Philly and connect to any destination served by American Airlines. But I really want to go to Philly, so that's an easy do. I could just go to Philly and see. I could fly from New Haven, flying out of New Haven. Wow. And I could leave my car up there at the airport and just have it there. $1 a day, do that. Or I could just Uber home. So I don't want that. I could just I think I just take a little jaunt down to Philly. I just do that. I might just do that. And I could go to Pittsburgh, go to Columbus, uh, beach, but I think I'd have to do to go to Myrtle Beach. I have to fly. Oh no, just 2 stops. So $184 if I leave tomorrow. I could go New Haven, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, uh, that. Like I need a flight that'll get me there. I don't want any stops. That's the thing. I don't want to stop anywhere. I want to go. Oh, but this one's a good one. And this one has a it. I could go. Listen, if you have not been to the Tweed New Haven website, that gives you a good idea where you could go and what you could do. I like that very much. Where can I go? Ooh, I'm feeling you, Tweed. World class airport. I was an alderman. I was on the airport uh, board, right? The airport committee, commission, whatever it is. I was on it. And then I got appointed to the National League of Cities and I got appointed to transportation because I thought then, as I still feel now, that transportation is economic development. I don't think you really should be having conversations about economic development and not be talking about transportation. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Just saying. This makes no sense. And I just feel like so I was on the transportation national league. I learned so much because at that particular time, these small airports were the dominating conversation with other municipalities and towns that had airports in their midst, right? And um, we had spent so much government money on this thing that if we didn't follow through with what we said we were going to do with expansion of the airport, we'd have to give all that daggone money back. Who is giving money back to the government? Who? And so this has been a long, arduous fight between Haven, East Haven, and folks that live in the community because folks in their fear was expanding the airport so to the point where it looks like Bradley, and that's not what they were trying to do. They were just trying to expand it so they could have um, more different kinds of planes be able to come through. Not necessarily those big giant jumbo, but more of the kinds of planes suited for this kind of airport. So it just was always challenging over the years. But I'm so happy to see that it is getting expanded and uh, that somebody has made it a hub. That American Airlines has made it a hub. So now you could fly here and go just about anywhere instead of going into New York or going into Newark or Hartford or Westchester. I've flown out of Westchester Airport lots of times, lots and lots and lots of times, um, because I like the smallness of the Westchester Airport. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt to go to Bradley. And Bradley doesn't have any transportation mechanism in or out. Like there's no tram, no train, no nothing. Like it's just sitting out there no way and you can't get to it. Like, you really have to have a car. You really have to catch a bus or some old and not any old kind of bus. Like you couldn't catch a city bus. You have to catch like a Connecticut limousine kind of vibe thing. Pay ridiculous money. I'm just, I just feel like these places consider transportation, and air service, air travel is transportation, that they keep in mind ease and what makes sense. Man, sense. Just make some sense. Oh, so yeah, so I plan on making my way somewhere. Uh, It's just to go to Philly. I'm going to Philly. I haven't been to Philly in a long time. They've got culture, food, markets, and all kinds of things. And I haven't been to Philly in a long time. I haven't been to Philadelphia in a very long time. So, be the summer of Philly. Might be the summer of Philly. We'll see. Or someplace else. Someplace else. I do need to make my way up to Rhode Island because I want to go to I think it's called Plant City in Providence. Yes, Plant City in Providence. It is a plant-based hub for food, right? It's just I guess it's a plant-based food hall and marketplace, and I really would like to go. COVID has really just disrupted so much, just disrupted everything. But um, I've been wanting to go. I want to go up there and eat. So my plan is to go up during the day so I could catch breakfast or brunch, then take in the sights and sounds of Rhode Island, Providence. I haven't been to Providence. My cousin. Oh no, I've been to Rhode Island since Providence College. But go spend some time in Rhode Island and catch the sights. Come back, maybe have lunch or early dinner, and then come on back home. Do a little shopping there, like buy the stuff. Like, I just want to do it. Um, I just want to check it out. So they've got all. This is what they offer, and you can go to their website, plantcitypvd.com. So it's Providence. Plantcitypvd.com. So Plant City is the world's first plant-based vegan food hall marketplace. Dine in at one of their 4 restaurants, 3 bars, all created by internationally acclaimed chef Matthew Kinney. You can go to their coffee bar or bakery, shop at their marketplace, and attend an event at their community space or book private event space. So, and listen, you don't have to be vegan to go there, right? It's don't be ridiculous. Plant-based things because you want to add to your palate, right? So even if you eat, you'll enjoy every minute of this. That's what they say. Yeah. So they've got a new burger, American Bistro and Bar. They got makeout, sandwiches and smoothies. That's the name of the place. They got the marketplace for gourmet groceries, goods, and marketplaces like this are cool because you want all that fancy stuff. There you go. Wanna, you need flour. You need all the things. Although a lot of grocery stores now are catering to the vegan market or the plant-based market. So and then they've got Double Zero, plant-based pizza bar, and Bacina, Mexican restaurant and bar. Like this is all plant-based. So I can eat at any one of these restaurants and not fear for my life. And then the coffee bar for espresso drinks and the bakery for desserts and cakes. That's really where I want to go because I see scones. And every time I go to Whole Foods to get the vegan scones, because they have vegan scones at Whole Foods and they're really, really good. But by the time I get up there, they're all sold out. So sometimes they're all sold out. It drives me crazy. And then they have the cellar for public classes and events, then the annex for private parties. And then they have a grab and go for ready made and quick picks. And then they have a cake shop for whole cakes and orders. So if you wanted a whole cake, and I'm telling you, if I go there, I'm a whole cake. And then they have catering. So if I go to the cake shop, and no shade to Edible Coutures, I love them, and I get their I buy their vegan cupcakes. Like for my birthday, I had nothing but vegan cupcakes. But they have these beautiful cakes, and I'm like, I just want a cake. I was like, I just go buy a whole cake, bring it home. I don't ask me what I'm gonna do with it. Ask me, but maybe I won't buy a cake. Maybe it's croissants and chocolate croissants and almond croissants. That's what I do. I go up there for that. But for somebody like me, this is such a huge deal. And I've been watching them ever since they opened. And I was planning to go, and then COVID just sort of threw a wrench in things. Uh, very difficult for you to go places. I was like, okay. But now that things are opening up, I could go, and I could reserve a table. So I could. It takes what, almost 3 hours to get to Providence. Not that much. And I could go for brunch. Like I could drive up for brunch, then hang out for the day, come back for dinner, back in something else. That's what I like to do. Got a beautiful place. So I might just do that. I wish my car was. I wasn't so afraid of my car. I drive it that far. Hey Harry, going over like what I want to do,
Babz.
where I'm trying to go, Plant City in Providence. Trying to do. They've got brunch too.
The vegan spot.
Well, it's a plant-based spot, Harry. Plant-based, Harry. Because when you say vegan, you get all stupid. They plant-based, and you know, then people go, oh. You say vegan, Harry, it's like a cult.
Well, vegan is well, plant-based is vegan.
Yes. Yes.
Because you say plant-based for me, and it's always the same.
I know, but for other people, Harry, it's not for you, Harry. It's for other people. It's for other people, Harry, because they hear vegan, Harry, they think, I don't know, they just think you're trying to poison them or make them go against God.
I think that place is right next to the all-you-can-eat seafood spot.
Is that your way of saying that's the only way you're going?
Yeah. Like you eat your leaves. I'll eat my lobsters, and I'm sure it's just as good. A lobster leaf, same thing.
Well, I plan on going up there, so that's my plan. That is my plan. My plan.
I heard you say you're planning on flying around.
I want to, Harry. Not till later after the second surgery.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Because right now I was reading an article that there's labor shortages on flights. They're canceling flights.
I know. I saw. I think American Airlines just canceled the whole.
American Airlines just canceled a bunch of flights.
Yeah, I know
They don't
people
have
were
anybody.
pissed off.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, you need riot gear to work on a plane now.
Who knew, Harry? Who knew being a flight attendant was so dangerous? And it's not even that the plane will crash; it's the people that get on the plane. You know what? You know what they have to do, Harry? They're gonna have to start they're gonna have to make flying out of reach for people because I think change because now you're getting the folks that would normally ride the bus. No, no shade, but you got these crazy people who really should be just driving, and they really should not be because they don't know how to behave. People get on these planes. I don't know if it's just a loss of oxygen to the brain. Like, how do you get in a confined space, Harry, and then want to show out and fight? I don't get that. Like, just sit down. We all want to get to where we got to go. You taking up precious time. And then somebody got to get up and restrain you. I'm like, because if I have to get out my seat to restrain you, Harry, I'm kicking your ass. That's about hands down, full stop.
Yeah, you saw the lady who she knocked the flight attendant's teeth out, two front
Let me
teeth
tell
out.
you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh
Let me
my
tell,
god.
let me tell you one damn thing. Harry, that woman would have been, she would have been mopped up on that floor. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I
But
hope
she
that woman, she gonna sue. I mean,
but
once
she
again, show
asked her
her,
to put on her mask too many times.
yeah. See, that woman would have ate that man.
And the guy who got up to get between them, for a second, the lady thought of raising her hands, and he told her, "You better put
Don't
your
do
hands down." She was like, but that's when you know a person isn't that crazy, you know, that they say, "Oh, I lost it there." Yeah,
No,
you
you didn't.
lost it until the guy got up.
Yeah, because he will really clock you. If you hit that woman and you hit her on the, and she wasn't prepared, right? Because Harry, it was a sucker punch. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because if that woman knew that punch was coming, it would have been a different story.
Although, if I'm a flight attendant on a flight, right, and the people refuse to wear their mask, I'm not gonna go 5 times. I'm just gonna mark it down and have the authorities deal with her afterward. You know, why would you go 5 times? The person's not listening. After the second time, you have to just, count them as a loss. Yeah, and just report them. This way, maybe they can get on their next flight or something.
Well, you're charged with rules and carrying and having people follow the rules and carrying out the rules.
Yeah, but it's like being a security guard at a mall, right?
Oh, that would be one job, Harry. I would not be good at.
I ain't chasing nobody. I
Nope.
ain't doing nothing. You ain't paying me enough for anything. So
Because you know what would happen? They would be like, I would be like calling the police. You know what I mean? Like Harry, I would never go up to anybody.
yeah, why would you
I,
do that?
I would just be lookout. I'd be like, calling the police. We got a situation. Who is this? The security of the mall. But can't you handle it? Nope. I don't get paid enough money.
Look, you know, I was a security guard early on. One of my first jobs. Well, one of my first jobs as an adult. Because I had been working since I was like 14. But I got a security guard job. I worked in the Bronx in a little mall, little plaza thing. I was a security guard there. And I learned quickly that you're only there so that people could see you. You're not there to do anything else.
Right.
Because I stopped somebody, and it got ugly really fast. And I put the person down and waited for had the police come, and the police started questioning me.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that,
it was
that
like
can't be good.
it was like, the guy looks hurt, sir. What do you do? And they did a report on me.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, I can't be a security guard because my job would be to secure, but not to secure, not to do anything.
that's what I mean. I'd suck at it because I'd be like, I'm calling the police. Like that would be my job. Like that would be the extent of my security. I'd be like, I'm calling the police. That's
Now,
it.
the little mall plaza type thing that I worked for, it was like a little Chinatown. It was run by Chinese entrepreneurs there, and they came and they congratulated me and everything. But as soon as the police came, they walked into the businesses. They didn't want anything. Oh, I don't know what he did. Oh,
Yeah,
so it was like I quit the next day. I was like,
I'm done.
yeah, this isn't for me. I just try to be a rent a cop, and yeah, this ain't for me. So I went home and I was telling Karen, "Whew, gotta find a new job." You know,
Mhm.
and those were the days that was like my third job. You know, I had 3 jobs just to pay for a little basement in Queens. So yeah, those were struggling days, and I had to quit that job.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. That it makes no sense. Like if you're a flight attendant, like I think I stopped the guy for stealing batteries. You know what I'm saying? It never makes sense. It never equates. You putting your neck out for a business that doesn't even care about you.
Oh
You know,
no.
that's underpaying you, undervaluing you, and you're gonna go 5 times to somebody's face and say, "Put on your mask, put on your mask, put on your mask." They ain't going nowhere. You can't throw them off the plane. You're mid-flight.
I hear what you're saying, Harry. I would just like you're right. Take their name down, call the police, have the police wait for them,
Yeah,
and they get off the plane. They are taken into custody. That's it.
that's it. You can't do anything about it. I mean, oof, that fight was crazy. You get snuffed by somebody who thinks all of a sudden they're Mike Tyson. You're standing over them and they just punch you in your mouth. And I saw the same thing happen on a video this weekend in New York.
What?
Somebody tried to wash a fight and get clocked.
Did you see the shootout
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
with them little kids in the middle in the mix?
You
Like, who
know,
is that guy shooting? Like, I see them little kids. That girl, she was 10, and she
they
threw
don't care,
herself on top
Babz.
of her brother.
They don't care, Babz.
I hope they catch him, Harry, because you know what? I swear to you, sometimes you just want a public beating.
It's amazing that that guy lived. The
I know
guy
because
who
he
got
got
shot.
shot in the back and in the leg and all this other
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But that's because that guy wasn't a good shot.
But you know, to be honest with you, those were that that was the way I grew up, right? You get caught in a stampede when the shootout, when the shots go, and it's like I know, like every Friday night when we used to have, like in the summer when block parties were happening and everything, it
Yeah.
was like the block parties would get. You knew when the block party was over because everybody's running from the gunshots. And I remember my sister getting, stampeded a couple of times. I had to go back into the gunshots to grab my sister and everything. So that's how I grew up. And it's a shame that those girls had to experience that.
I
That's some
know.
scary stuff.
I know. I'm glad they weren't harmed.
Yeah.
And then these fools got on a motorbike, a moped, or some old mess. They're gonna get caught here because they got his picture all over the place.
Well,
He's just got. It's just a matter of time. It's just time.
he's probably gone already. He's in
No,
Florida.
they
You'll catch him
yeah.
in Florida or
They'll
something.
catch him in Florida, like they always catch these people. They go down south. Like you're not leaving the country. You know you're gonna be caught.
No, a couple of people get caught right. They get off the plane in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Whoop,
Like
whoop.
Puerto Rico's not his own country,
Yeah,
people.
it's like you just got on a plane. Your face got scanned.
You should have taken a boat.
Yeah.
So I hope they catch him, and they will, Harry. And you know they're gonna make a huge example out of this foolishness. But apparently,
Oof, that was
violent crimes are
scary.
up. There's people coming out their bag. People are coming out of quarantine,
Yeah,
acting
that
stupid.
was scary. That was like PTSD because, like I said, I've experienced that. I've had to go into the crowd to get my sister. When you look around and the sibling that you were holding her hand is no longer around you, you're like, I'm more scared of going home without my sister than those gunshots.
You damn right. Because your
Yes.
mother would be like, where's your sister? I don't know. We got separated. And you had the nerve to come up in here without her?
Yep.
You better
So,
go right back down there and get her, find her. I don't care what you got to do.
whew, that's some scary stuff. To look back on it now, I can laugh about it, but but it's part of it's crazy because it's part of the culture. Even though you know that something's probably gonna pop off tonight, you still go to the party. you
Yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying? So it's
No, I
like,
know. I know. I know. You go to the party. And
you
you're like,
still
well,
go.
you don't stay long enough. You're like, try not to stay long enough.
Or
Stuff's gonna
you
continue.
try, or you go with the intention of not staying long enough for the gunshots.
Right.
But then you're there. It's 11:30 at night, and you're like, yeah, I better be going home. And all of a sudden,
Uh-huh.
pop, 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 and you're like, oh man, everybody's running. It was, yeah, that's some times. But seeing
Listen.
it on those little girls is a totally different thing when you're experiencing it and seeing it on this. It's just crazy. Oh, scary, scary as hell.
Yeah.
Literally when I saw the video, Um, I didn't know the conclusion of it, whether they got shot or anything. It was just,
No, yeah.
and I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, and then it was like,
I
thank
don't
God
think they
those
would have
kids.
shown if those kids would have got shot.
Yeah,
They would have just, but, but how about the storm in Georgia, those 9 people, uh, storm. That's why they tell people don't drive in this weather. Like, just don't do it.
yeah, but it's just like I was saying. You're like, something's gonna pop off, but you go to the party. It's the
I
same thing
mean,
with weather, right?
I know because a guy and his 9-month-old baby, and they both were killed. And I know that mother is at home like, oh,
Yeah, because I know I've driven in weather when shouldn't have driven, but I don't know. You just put the fact that it could happen to you out of your head. But
and when I hear bad weather, I always try to avoid. Like I always try to leave. I've never really. I've only been in a couple of bad situations weather-wise, and I just pulled over. I remember I was on the highway and it was torrential, and people just pulled over, Harry. Like car after car just was like, this is much. I mean, it was
yeah,
just ridiculous.
and
And so you just pull over and wait for it to just pass.
I'm
Cause
probably the one on the road going, why are these people pulling over? You know, that's what I mean. That it's like, I mean,
see, I don't like, I don't take chances like that. I'm not a risk taker like that.
yeah,
I'm just not. I never really was a risk taker like that. Like if they say thunderstorms, I just figure out what my day looks like and then I make sure I'm not in it. Seriously, that's
yeah. The scariest drive I ever took was Puerto Rico in the mountains. That as I was driving up, see my family, I thought to myself, there's no rails, there's no lights.
oh, that's how I felt in Jamaica, Harry.
Yeah,
We went up the mountain to the resort that the resort that we
yeah,
stayed at is in the mountains. And the first part of it, the government paved it, right? So you're like, oh, this is nice. But there's no rails, right? It's no rails, and it's two-way.
yeah, yeah. two-way on a 1 1/4
Oh my
road.
God, Harry. And then when we got off the paved road and you got to get on the rocky road,
Yeah.
oh my God, Harry. I think I was traumatized. I was like, there is no. Then I just relaxed and I was like, well, if we go over the side, this would be a pretty place to die. I mean, we only came down one time to go to the beach, and then we went back up, and then the next time we came down was to leave.
Well, imagine that when I came down, I just
Oh, but
didn't
you
want to.
came down at night or some old mess.
And in the night, I never saw so much rain in my life. It was like I was standing under an open faucet.
See, I wouldn't have done that.
But I
I
didn't
would
want.
not have done that.
But I didn't want to stay with family up there. So
No, I would have stayed with family. They would have just made some room or whatever, what
no,
family do.
but they said, oh, when it gets like this, the roads get undrivable because you get off the pave. They live in the mountains, so it becomes
Yes, I know.
right. So when they told me, oh, when it gets like this, the roads become undrivable for a couple of days, I said, oh, I ain't staying here for days. Let's get in the car right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And I went down, and it was like in the dark. I didn't know. It was just like I was hoping nobody was coming up the mountain.
Well, they would have had lights on.
But you couldn't see. The rain was so bad. You couldn't see anything. So I just hugged the mountain. I hugged it. What I could see is just the mountain. So I hugged the mountain all the way down.
Nope.
And it was like, it was terrifying, but I made it.
Nope. 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 No.
I'm surprised Karen got in the car. But she was like, I ain't staying with your family if you're leaving.
Ugh.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's crazy.
oh, I'm done. Well, anyway, well, we've learned a valuable lesson. I hope people learned a valuable lesson, but no, they don't because we'll still do that foolishness. Like people will still do it. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is it's crazy because you do drive and you drive in the bad condition. I mean, a mountain in the dark is a totally different, separate situation. Those are
Yeah.
rare. Those are rare. But in normal life, most of us have to go to work, have to do this, have to that, and we don't usually let. That's why I don't do it no more. I used to let Norma get to me and say, "Oh, what? You're a chicken? Why? There's no snow over here." And I'm like, "But you don't know Waterbury. Waterbury is the Twilight Zone." And the mountain I live on, I've slid down this mountain sideways, hoping I hit a car or an embankment before I get to the bottom of the road because it's the main road down there. So I don't do that anymore. But yeah, when you're younger, you're crazy. Now I know my reflexes aren't as fast.
Like, oh no, no. If it was today, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, no, I wouldn't be doing it. Wouldn't be
No.
doing it. Wouldn't be doing it. Doing it. But it was nice to see all the Juneteenth festivals around the country. Although the one in Chicago was a shootout, but okay.
I honestly didn't see anything. I forgot what I did this weekend. We binged on something, some show Karen wanted.
Oh no, I was out in the streets all weekend. I had a good time.
I didn't see any. He was like,
I
"Yeah,
was
I
on the
saw
green
you
and
broadcasting."
yeah, I was broadcasting live from the Juneteenth festival as best I could.
Yeah,
Because they had janky Wi-Fi. I was like, oh God. But I made it work best I could. Fun. Fun. Yeah, the weather was perfect. Right amount of heat and breeze. Loved it. Only thing missing was watermelon. That's
was
the
there a
only
lot
thing.
of? Was there a good crowd?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a nice crowd of people. And Sandra's had he had a Juneteenth celebration over there on Congress Avenue with food and stuff. Like she had a brunch and then she had an afternoon kind of. I mean, it just went all into eat all around the clock. They had a DJ, and it seemed to be well received. So people are embracing Juneteenth. I'm very glad of. I just started reading the book.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. There's a book you're
oh,
supposed
I
to
just
read.
started reading it yesterday on the porch. I got halfway through. Um, and I realized I really don't like talking race stuff with people. I don't like talking race. I just don't. But for Betsy, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be very reserved about it because I just talking about race just gets on my. So I'm just gonna
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not
I'm just you know what it is, Harry. I'm just tired of trying to combat foolishness. That's really what it is for me. Just and not to say that the conversation tomorrow with Betsy is foolishness. No, all these are smart people. I'm just saying in general. I can't. I can't. I'm not going to do it.
tiring.
Yeah, it's I because I
But
think if I think the problem for me is everybody doesn't know history, so they just assume how things are is how things have always been. So they don't know the struggle or the history of any people, not just black and indigenous, of any people. Everybody that came over here got a story, but somehow or other we don't. History is not taught in a way that sort of tells the truth about any of it. So I just, I just wears me thin. I
but
just,
I look forward to hearing you guys.
well, we'll see. We'll see how it. I watched the author of the book. She was on Good Morning America the other day, and I caught the tail end of her conversation. Um, I caught the tail end of it, and I was quite impressed. Uh, but I get dragged into. I don't get dragged. I don't get dragged to do anything. I decide what I want to talk about. I decide what I want to engage in. So it's not that it's not that I just rather I'm very particular about how I talk to people about black people in the country. Like my friend Norm Pattis he has a podcast, Harry. He asked me to be on it because he wanted to talk about my take on the color line. Like I, I I'm gonna tell him I'm not coming on. I'm gonna suggest some other people because I saw got two other podcast episodes and he honed in on the woman that was at Yale who spoke and said something about she wanted to kill, just want to shoot white people in the head or something. And you know what this is the thing that drives
She
me crazy.
she didn't say she wants to. She said she fantasized
She
about.
fantasized,
Yeah.
but they want to. This is one woman who just said this thing, but look at all these people out here. you got actual you got actual militia and clan and all this other stuff, Harry. They put ropes out there. They hanging people from the ropes. I mean, like dolls and stuff. I mean, they're actually saying they want and then Yale in their cowardness backs off from it. And I'm thinking, some of the people you have had that come from this institution have been hella crazy and have said to,
Like
I just people just they don't do their due diligence. They don't spend the time to like explore and expand. I just don't want to. I don't want to have to get on and try to defend. I don't want to defend anything. That's I think that's my point. I
but
don't
you
want to
shouldn't
defend
you shouldn't
anything.
have to defend it, and Yale shouldn't
Back away from it.
back away from it. It should just they should let her opinion live on its own.
And
If
and
she
people who was there got a different opinion. Like they
and
were like,
right, and if she decides to defend her opinion or elaborate on what she was saying, that's on her. I just feel too many people feel like they have to defend other people's opinions. It's just it's one opinion. and it's hers, and live with it. Doesn't affect my life. A person's opinion is that their
Well, I
opinion,
mean,
and also
have you?
she was. You have to take it into the context she was talking about at the time, but they take little sound bites or stuff and they run with it. But that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to defend anything.
No, but I know that, but people like to put you in a position to say, look at, see, this is why, this
No,
is why,
no,
and
definitely. I wouldn't go on a show to talk
no,
about it. That would
uh-uh,
make no sense.
no, I'm not, because I already know his position on stuff, and I just don't have the patience for it. I just don't, and I like him a lot, but I don't have any
No,
patience
I
for
mean,
that kind of conversation. I don't like to engage in that.
no,
Oops.
no, I totally get it. And for me, that I have my opinions fly all over the place. Um, I got asked last week when I was in New Haven, um, when's my show coming back? I told them it's never coming back. that show, that show, the way I had it put together, is never coming back. I might do a half hour thing. I've been thinking about it, but it wouldn't be that. You remember that. So, um, and they said, "Whoa, so um you're silencing yourself?" No, I'll speak out or give my opinion when warranted. I don't need to do that all the time. I have nothing to prove to anybody, and I don't care enough about people's opinions, even those who want to hear mine. Um, right now, I don't care enough about any of it. Dude, and I think that's what bothers some people, that they think I was invested in something. No, I'm only invested in me.
I hear you. Well, speaking of opinions, we got a bunch of guests this week, starting
Oh,
starting
you-
Wednesday,
you're
Wednesday,
listening to
Thursday, Friday.
you're listening to LoveBabz
Oh,
Love Talk on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio.
yay! Yeah, so I've got um um Venetia Michaels is coming on, to talk about the free phone calls from prison, from jails, from Connecticut jails. So she's gonna come on and explain what that means, what that looks like. So now inmates get people serving time in Connecticut, they get 93 minutes, 90 uncharged minutes. So I wanted to come and explain what that means.
Oh, they should look into reimbursing some of the people who couldn't afford to talk to their family members.
Oh, that's
And
outrageous, Harry.
and I'll start with my mother. When my brother was locked away, used to look at her phone bill and it was all his calls.
And what's she gonna do? She can't not take her kid's call, right?
So and
And it's
and
expensive.
super expensive. So it was always that, and I used to be like, well, like you just said, how are you not gonna take your child's call? Especially, you never know what he's calling about.
Right. Right.
Um, because when he passed in prison, was it last year? He called to tell them about his lack of medical care at the time. And so so but I used to always say, why are you taking his calls? You can't afford to do this. But he would take the call all the time.
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do?
No, I know. I know.
Except, you help pay some of her phone bill.
But what was she supposed to do?
Nothing.
As a
Except, I
parent,
mean,
you just can't
I
not.
know.
So yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So she's gonna come on and talk about that, bring us up to speed, which I'm so happy because this will bring a relief to a lot of families. You know, it would just bring so much relief. And then Wednesday, Chill Will Groove, Chill Will Groove Band is gonna be on. He's gonna be on the Green Friday playing. So he's coming on to talk about. I told you he hadn't been in. He's from New Haven. He hasn't been back in about 30 years. So he'll come talk about. And I think he's a Grammy nominated artist, or he has won a Grammy or been nominated for a Grammy. And then Friday, this young sister, Shanice Strickland, she's a classical composer sister, and I saw her at the New Haven Symphony at the Canal Boathouse concert, and he had a piece for horns, and I met her, young sister. So since June is Black Music Appreciation Month, I'm gonna have her on. Have her on to talk about music. I'm excited about the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost July.
I know, it's
Like,
crazy.
I mean, it's almost like we got this week, next week, uh, no, and then we're on vacation July 15th. When are we going? July 14th. Are we doing the 15th? Are we leaving
No,
on Wednesday?
yes. It's our last day will be the 14th.
Okay.
And then we come back the 26th.
Yes.
Right?
That'd be nice because yeah, that'd be a nice little summer break. Nice
Yep.
break.
26. So
In
yeah.
the middle of July. I like that.
Yep. And I'll be in
Florida.
yeah, in a condo in Florida.
Are you even gonna come outside?
I don't think so because they actually have the
Why
if I'm
are you going
correct,
all
I think they have a hot tub in the room
why are you gonna get in a hot tub in the
and
middle of
everything.
summer?
Oh, in an ice cold room.
Okay.
But so no, I mean we'll go out because there's a Brazilian restaurant Karen loves. And then she'll go places where I'll be left in the car because I'm chasing her around. So she likes to shop in the outlets over there.
Uh-huh. And you don't?
Oh, I see. When I go shopping, I know exactly what I want. Black shirts.
God.
Black shirts. I can just go to the black aisle. Sir, can we help you?
You have black shirts?
Right there. I see exactly what I want.
I need black shirts. I'm like, Harry, try another color. Promise me in 2022 you'll try a new color. Not blue. Not blue either.
Oh, not blue?
No, not blue.
Yeah.
Try white, like orange or something.
Well, white and orange. That's my team's colors. So I just bought a white, blue, and orange jersey.
Are you gonna wear it though?
I don't know. Could be. I was looking at it the other day, going,
"You could wear this."
I'm probably not gonna wear this, but we'll see.
Harry, you can wear it on air. You don't gotta wear it in the street if you feel so. Did you get your car back? Speaking of,
I got the car back.
All right. So how's it? There was no damage, right?
Just a scrape on the bumper.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, and oh my God, Beth. You don't know. I had to go through so much with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. The guy who was taking care of me, he had a problem understanding English. I honestly felt like I was calling another country.
Well, you probably were.
No. I'm not saying that he didn't speak English. he spoke English very well. He just had trouble understanding English. Just it just went over his head or something. Like he would tell me, "Well, your car is all nothing happened to your car." And I go, your car hasn't been checked. You can't say that. Right, right, sir. So nothing's wrong with your car. He would repeat things over and over. Things he didn't understand or refused to understand, and then
You should have just
the
said, "Can I speak to your supervisor?"
I did. I eventually did that, and it got solved like that. But it was days of him not sending a check to the shop, and then when he finally cut the check, he put it in snail mail instead of overnighting the check so I could get my car the next day. And oh, sir, you're gonna have to return the rental, but I haven't released my car. Well, the check's in the mail. Doesn't work like that. I need a car. He just when I finally said, "Have your supervisor call me," she called me, and she literally did an EFT, a electronic fund transfer to my account so I could pay the mechanic, like that, Babz. It was like that. Oh, sir. Well,
Why couldn't? Did you ask her? Well, why couldn't he have just done this?
yeah. He said that She said, "Well, that's one of your options. We could transfer you the money and you go pay the mechanic." And I said, "Well, he never offered me that." And she looked at the notes. Oh, he offered it to the shop.
Yeah, but that's
So how is the shop gonna okay a fund transfer to me? You're my insurance company. He goes, "I understand, sir. I'm gonna have a talk with him. He obviously was confused." I'm like, listen, he just I'm gonna shop for another insurance company. I've been with these people over 20 years.
oh yeah, it's time for a new one. Come over to Geico. That's where I'm at.
I'm gonna shop for a new insurance company. If they can't, this is not a customer service. Right? I don't know where they found it. So, but it was torturous. Then I had Karen screaming, like, I'm on the phone and she's screaming stuff at the phone through me. I'm like, will you shut up, please? But it was crazy. But I got my car back. It's working. I just need to go get it cleaned. I can't believe I haven't. I don't think I've had the car clean and detailed since COVID.
Wow.
And that's strange for me. I mean, I just been, and you got to see the inside. There's mud tracks from Bella and Daisy getting in and out of the car. It's filthy. I don't know what happened. Maybe COVID. You know how people are acting out in the plane.
Yes.
Maybe COVID just made me messy.
Wow.
But got to make time for that. And I also need an oil change. Got to go in.
I just need to start looking for a new car. I don't want to because I can't afford it. Really, I
Yeah.
don't. I just can't afford it, and
Karen's looking right now too.
need another car. And I'm like, oh, the thought of it just, after being without a car note for a year or so, 2 years, I was like, I can't. But I
You
need a
know,
car because this car is just gonna done.
it is a relief to not have the big chunk of money coming out of my account every 28th day. That loan was like crazy. So but now and Karen had paid off her car like 4 years ago, but now she needs a car. So it's like it's getting back into a freaking car note.
I know. I know, Harry. I know. And I was like, oh, the thought of this crazy.
Although the prices are insane right now for a good car. I wish I would have waited because I bought my car about 6 months before COVID. if I would have waited till after COVID, all the prices dropped dramatically.
I know. I'm gonna start that dance. I'm gonna start that dance because
Yeah,
I need a new car. Because this one, if it makes it through the winter, it'll be a miracle. I just, have to figure out. And I just don't. Idea of a car note just, I was just trying to get myself into a good financial place. Now, if I have to,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
You
I don't
know,
want to.
Bella called me with one of her questions yesterday.
Oh.
So she called and she goes, Papa, have you ever been stranded?
Ooh.
And I'm like, stranded? What do you mean stranded? She goes, stranded, somewhere where you need help for somebody to come get you. I'm like, well, I've been there in my car. I've been there in the car. The weather's like only 5 above zero with the wind chill below zero. And I'm in my car waiting for AAA. I've been there.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
AAA, on those days they got like tons of calls. So
So
I've been
you got
there.
an hour and a half
Yeah,
wait.
I remember I waited like 3 hours for them to come get me. Because another thing is that I like to take the scenic route, right? So it's like, well, you see the GPS, right? She's like, yeah, but we don't see the road you're talking about. Well, I'm around that road. I just took the back road. He's like, you hear them going, this weather? Yeah, that's me. So yeah, I've been stuck for like 3 hours somewhere waiting.
Listen, Harry, I can't tell you how many times this car has gotten me through, but it has died. I mean, I've gotten flat tires. The spark plugs have blown. I mean, at all kinds of places, Harry, all kinds of day and night.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also been stuck in Bridgeport for quite an amount of time too. And I'm thinking, oh, it's almost like you feel in Bridgeport where I was stuck. It felt like I was on a country farm and somebody was gonna come get me. Every guy's stuck in Bridgeport. So I was like, somebody better come get me fast, or somebody's gonna come get me.
It's a very, very, very unsettling feeling to be stranded.
Yep.
And as a woman, you just feel it acutely. Like it just becomes, you know, it's just you and your broken down vehicle and a road, right? Like, and your cell phone.
Yeah.
That's an awful,
Yeah.
awful feeling.
It's always been, that's always been the thought for me. Like every time I've bought a new car, I've always given it to Karen because I prefer to be the one. So but this car she won't take because she doesn't like the car.
Oh,
I offered it to her. I said, you can have my car since you need a car, and I'll drive your car until we get another one. And she's like, no, I don't like your car. So, but usually that's what ends up happening. I go, just take my car. Because of that, I don't want her to be stranded somewhere
I know.
and
Does she
everything.
know what
And
kind of car she wants? Because my sister is looking for a car too, because
um,
her Buick died, and she's looking at a Kia Sportage.
yeah, Karen wants a Subaru.
Oh, those will last you forever.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah. So she's and then Karen she knows what she wants, so she'll look for a while until she pinpoints.
Listen, I got to do that too, Harry. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
but
don't want to.
it is the scariest feeling to be stranded somewhere. And like I said, I'm like nuts. I think about stuff like that, but then I take the back road to everywhere. I always go, what's an extra 15 minutes to my drive? You know, like I could take Route 8 anywhere. But what I do is I'll drive out to a point where I don't know and then hit my GPS so it could take me through the roads home.
Okay.
You know, it calms my head to do that.
Yeah.
All
All right,
all while listening to conspiracy radio telling me somebody's gonna come.
see,
Also,
uh.
so Babz show is back. I don't know if you saw it. The first season
Of what?
was great. Evil. Do you get to see that show, Evil?
No, I can't watch that show,
Oh,
Harry. I
come
watched
on,
it.
Babz.
No, 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 no. I watched the first couple of episodes, and then I was like, no, 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 no.
Oh man, you know,
They're like these two, they look for what? It's they're like detectives, or what are they? Like
oh,
they.
he's a he's a guy who intended to be a priest.
That's right. He's a guy that, and then she's got
He's a
these.
psychologist.
Yeah, but she's got these other skills too, right?
Well, the thing is that he works for the Catholic Church. He works for the Vatican. And they give him the possible possession cases, the possible evil cases. But in order for them to consider a person possessed of something, they need a real psychologist to verify that it's more than a mental issue.
Yeah,
And that's where she comes in.
yeah.
And she's very skeptical. She doesn't believe in
Oh, I
any
know. It scared me
stuff.
too bad. When something came into her house that time, Harry, in the first
Yeah.
couple of episodes, I was like, I'm done. I was like, oh no, no. You know, when stuff like that starts coming to your house, I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought
You
I was gonna
know,
dig it, and then it was a little too scary for me.
you know, and for some reason, she reminds me, I don't know why, but I used to have a crush on Shirley from Laverne and Shirley.
Uh-huh.
And she reminds me of Shirley for some reason. So it's like,
Really?
I don't know. So I find her extremely cute because she reminds me of Shirley. Because
Okay.
that's a childhood crush. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah, I think so, Harry.
I got
Harry, I would say so.
Karen does that. Yeah, you got problems. I say, yeah.
I would say so. I'm like, yeah, Harry, you.
I'm the one with the
issues.
problems, but Karen chose me. So
Yeah, she did. But she got on some of that. No, I
Yeah.
can't watch that show, Harry. It's too scary.
It's back, Babz. It's back.
I'm not, Harry, I don't care. I'm not watching that. I can't do it. I
That's
would never
stuff we
sleep
could
with that.
discuss on the show.
Scary.
Evil.
It's too much. And it gets,
Perfect.
I don't like that psychological fear. I don't like that stuff.
And by the way, you know, the last thing I had saw, what's the actor's name? Anyway, you know the guy from Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but that's the last time I saw him on Luke Cage, where he's playing a superhero.
I like that show.
And I didn't think, after seeing him on Luke, and I've seen him on other things, but I didn't think this was his type of role that he fits in. But he fits perfectly in it. I think they have a good chemistry.
Yeah. No,
So,
I was like, woo. The only way I watch it, Harry, is unless I record it and then watch it like Saturday mornings. Like when I have a whole day in front of me and not the nighttime in front of me.
like a couple of years ago, Gina Davis redid. Well, she had a weekly show, The Exorcist. They brought back The Exorcist, but in a show, a half-hour show every week, and it was so good. But they canceled it after 2 seasons. I mean, it was really good because it was like really spooky stuff, and the possession parts were really good. You know what I'm saying? It was like the hairs on your arms stand up, and you're like, whoa.
That's how I know what to know. That's how exactly how I know. That's
Oh my
a no.
for anybody, I mean, I think there's 2 or 3 seasons of The Exorcist. Go check
I'm
it
not
out.
going to
Pretty
watch
good.
that either. So I don't. Nope. 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 That's a no.
Oh, by the way, it's Prime Day today. It's on Prime Day.
I'm not spending my
We're
money
not,
with
we're
these
not,
people.
they're not sponsors of the show. They should be. But they have these sales like for Showtime, for Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, all those channels.
Uh huh.
99 cents a month for the first 2 months. So, and then you have to like me, I bought all of the 99 cents um promotions.
And then you're gonna go and like
And I gotta remember, I actually put in my
put
calendar.
in your yeah. I was like, put in your
Yeah,
phone
on
to pop up
August,
to say cancel.
yeah, August 20th, I'm gonna get a bell and I need to go cancel all of them. But it's basically free for 2 months, 99 cents. That's a good deal. Go check it out.
I'm not participating in this mess. This is a level of capitalism I'm not participating in.
That this is capitalism you could take advantage of. 99 cents for Showtime for 2 months. Crazy.
I don't. First of all, no.
Same thing with Stars and all. They have a
I'm
bunch
sorry,
of.
Harry. It's summer. I'm not watching TV.
Well, that's why they're doing it, right? So they're like trying to entice you to watching, and they
No,
got
I'm
a
not
lot of nice
enticed.
shows.
I know, but you know what, Harry? I'm sitting outside on my porch. I'm on the park. I'm somewhere. I don't want to sit in the house watching no.
Like I was seeing on, I think it's the Paramount Plus. They have War of the Worlds. No, Epic. War of the Worlds, a new series.
Oh,
Hey,
there's a new series.
yeah. So I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to binge on all of my 99 cents channels.
No, I'm not doing any of that. Harry, get outside. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, right before I came on here, I sat down and a little mosquito flew right on my forehead like it was
Oh
mocking me.
God, my Lord.
Like it was mocking me, man.
It probably was.
Landed right. Well, yeah, it's dead now. Smacked myself on the forehead pretty good.
Plus, this is my summer of no TV. This is my summer of reading.
Reading.
This is my summer of reading. Less TV,
Yeah.
more reading.
I just bought 5 books. I forgot to buy the Juneteenth one.
No, you didn't forget to buy it. I don't know.
What are you saying, Babz?
What I am saying.
Okay.
Wait, the fact that you said you forgot to buy the Juneteenth book says to me what I hear is I never intended to buy the Juneteenth book.
I tried, I should say, let me reword that. I tried to buy it.
And what happened? Another
But,
book appeared in your cart?
well, no, the problem is that I felt the pressure that if I purchased it, I would have to listen to it and participate in the show. So I said, let me not buy it. This way I have an excuse. And of course, Babz just messed up my excuse.
I did.
But there you go.
I just, because the holes in it was just gaping.
Got to buy.
I don't walk through those big holes, Harry. And I was like, huh.
But it is on my watch list, the ones
Yeah, I know. Don't tell me you bought some more conspiracy books. You keeping these conspiracy people alive.
Well, I don't know what this is. I bought the Disaster Diaries. What is that? I don't know.
I don't. Is it fiction or is it true stories?
No, it's fiction.
All right. Okay.
Sucks.
Oh, shut off.
So disasters. Anything with disaster in it, Harry.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, and then I bought Law School for Everyone. That sounds. I love that stuff. I can literally watch TED Talks on law and physics and stuff like that for hours. Karen has to come and shake me out of my TED Talk coma. It's crazy. And then I bought the Philosopher's Toolkit, how to be the most rational person in the room. And then of course
Okay.
I bought Rules for Radicals.
Oh,
I just want to read the radical point of view.
okay. Harry, the radical stuff will blow your mind.
Yeah, so that's why I'll eventually, I got so many books. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to that book, but
Well, if you stop watching TV, you could do
that's
your
true.
books. That's saying. That's what I mean. Use your summer for your books.
I started Lovecraft Country.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I started it like 3 months ago, and I only got 36 minutes in. I got to restart it.
Well, you didn't really start it then, Harry.
No, I didn't. No.
I'm sorry, but 36 minutes is not starting. You really gotta.
No.
I'm telling you, the first episode, you gotta watch the whole episode, Harry. It will suck you
Oh no,
in.
no, no! I saw it. I'm talking about the book. I started the book.
Oh, you started the book.
I saw the series. I love the series.
Okay. Oh, so you never told me you saw the series.
Yeah, I love the series. And I'm hoping they come back with it.
They are.
They are, because the last I read, they hadn't decided. Yeah, I love the series.
No, I loved it too. I don't know if I'll watch it if it comes back though. No. But I enjoyed the first one. Like I enjoyed it very much.
The twins were too scary for you, Babz?
Oh my God! Don't. Okay, let's go to another subject.
For some reason, I love that stuff. When they have the little girl or something walking backwards and stuff.
See,
I love that.
I know you're messing with me, Harry. I just know it.
No. I love that. Whenever they show like previews to any movie, if they have a child folded walking on their fingers, I'm in. I'm in. Oh, by the way, I watched The Conjuring. The
Conjuring.
One. Yeah, the Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not watching that either.
Yeah, I saw it. It wasn't as scary as I thought.
I'm sure.
It wasn't scary at all. So
I'm sure it wasn't. But guess what? I'm not going to take your word for it.
No. I always look for some, a good part that makes me hold my breath a second. Didn't get one.
Oh.
Didn't get one. Well, they had a possessed kid in it that was pretty good. So, which never makes sense to me. Why would a demon possess children?
Because children are innocent, because they're the last innocent thing on the planet.
So shouldn't there be like a barrier that you can't possess a child? I don't know. It makes no sense.
I know. Yeah, well, that's the story you write, Harry. You write that story. I mean, you can write that story. What? You don't gotta ascribe to whatever is. You can write.
I gotta admit, some things in that movie. Never mind. I won't admit it.
Something scared you?
No. I didn't get scared in the movie, but we're familiar.
Oh.
Does that mean I was possessed? No. It's a child that had issues.
No. I'm not.
That'll be the next scary question Bella calls to ask, right?
I know. I love Bella's questions.
You ever possessed?
I love, but she, I just see her being very, very like interested and thoughtful about the questions that she asks.
It is interesting, those little questions. It's like, have you ever been stranded? It makes you. Yeah. She's there actually being curious.
And and then you kind of tell her what to do if she's ever stranded.
But it's just the curiosity. I love it. Because that's what you don't get in a lot of people. Curiosity.
But you might want to tell her, if you're ever stranded, Bella, what should you do? What would you do? so that she has a sense. I mean, she's smart anyway,
Yeah.
but she's still a kid.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and it's that she's been reading a lot. So
yeah.
she loves to read. She gets that from her mother and her uncle.
Well, she'd get it from her grandfather if he read a little bit more.
Oh no, well, she gets it from me because I was the one
I know.
who was reading to her from the first 5 years.
That's right.
So,
That's right. So she comes by it honestly, but
but
yeah.
yeah,
No.
the reading part, I've always seen it as a necessity for the kids, but I never enjoyed reading books. Never really enjoyed it. I lack imagination. I like the based on a story book, you know, because then I go, okay, I try to connect to the person who lived through it, but fiction and stuff like that, I can't connect a lot through, except if it's end of the world
Dystopian stuff.
dystopian
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's my alley right there. It's just
How's your daughter and her husband doing with their house hunt?
they found the house. They
Oh,
they're
in
actually
Waterbury or another
no
town?
in another town. They're in Bristol.
Oh, okay.
Um, so yeah, they're going through the whole inspection and all of
I don't
that
know anything
process.
about Bristol. Have you seen it already?
My wife went to see it. Bristol is beautiful, especially the
Okay.
area they're going to. Um, I imagine it's going to be quite a shock for
Uh-oh.
them.
Oh boy.
But yeah. Well, you know, there has to it has to start with somebody, right?
Yeah, no, not with my kids and my family, but I feel you. Well,
So
it should be fine, but if it
no, but
gets
my
janky,
son lives about a mile and a half from where she lives.
oh, okay, so they're
So
close.
yeah, so they're good. Well, I shouldn't say live yet because they haven't closed. They're going through the inspection process and stuff like that.
Do you have a date for closing?
Not yet. Um, since it's an FHA, the homeowner has to fix certain things that were found in the inspection before they stamp that loan. But I need to go see it because she wants me to go see it and stuff. So I need to pass by it.
All
But
right.
yeah, so Bella and Daisy are excited. They'll have right now they share a room. They'll have their own rooms.
Yay.
There's space for everything. There's space for the
Although
for their sibling coming.
oh, that's right, there's a new baby.
Yep.
Okay. And they got a yard and everything and
You got a huge yard. There's a park with a pond right across the street. Um, so yeah, it's looks good. I wonder about the school system. I mean, it has to be Waterbury school system is like non-existent if you're actually looking to get an education. Um, so it has to be 10 times better. Even though Bella was in a charter school, Brass, it's one of the
yeah.
highest rated charter schools in Connecticut. So so Bella was doing good and Daisy was about to start this year. So hopefully it's not a huge drop in education for them. But that's really the biggest thing that I worry about because Bella is intelligent and then some, and she, like I said, she's curious. So you need to, actually pique her interest in a lot of things. And her current teachers are great at it. They know her. They put her on her own assignments because she's the head of the class and everything. So going to a new school is the worry.
See. I mean, you'll know whether, if it's good or not. And you can always do a little research. where they're ranked and how they're doing. Ooh, I don't
Yeah.
know much about Bristol, so
And Daisy's starting to really get into jujitsu, starting to enjoy jujitsu. So that's exciting because I thought she was just gonna be a I'll break my nails type of girl, but she's
she's like,
starting
no,
to
I'll break your nails. How about that?
so she's starting to get into it, which is good. You see her excitement when she gets a move right. So
Good for her.
yep.
Good for her. Girls are doing their thing. Well, I just wanted to ask because I knew they were house hunting and didn't mention anything else about it. So, no,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's gonna be I'm gonna say a rude awakening, but it's not a rude awakening. When you're a homeowner, the responsibilities.
it's a rude awakening.
I mean, it's a rude awakening, yeah.
It
'Cause
becomes it's a money pit. A house is a money pit.
yeah, there's no landlord. It's you.
You know, you got to call the plumber. You got to call the this, that, and the other thing, and you
Yep.
got to pay for it.
Yeah. So that's the thing that like my daughter was saying, starting to stress now. And not yet. Wait till you actually in the home and everything's
Right.
on you.
Yeah, and live in it for a little while before you do anything to it. See what you know what I mean? Like live in the house, and you'll see what you need to do after you spend some time in it. No, no, because no, stuff breaks, and, and it's like as soon as you get in that joker, it's like, oh man, I got to get a new this, that, the other thing. You know,
He
I had
should
to buy
actually
a new
her
water
husband
heater.
should her husband should actually sign up for all the handyman classes that they give at Home Depot, the free handyman class.
Is he handy like that?
No, not really.
Oh, then he shouldn't do that then.
Well, he has to learn because when it's on you, you can't.
See, I
You,
was the
you
handy
have to
one in
fix
my
the normal
house.
stuff.
I was the handy one in my house. My husband tried to be handy, um, and he would, he was very diligent about it. No, but I'm naturally handy,
Yep.
so I was like, okay. And he bought all these books on how to repair stuff. We had all these books
Yeah,
because he
but
was
now with
ready.
you, with now with YouTube,
I know. That's
you
how
can
my
do a lot of
sister.
things.
My sister is extremely handy. She put in her own. She retiled her bathroom, put in a tub by watching YouTube. Both bathrooms.
Yeah.
Put in a soaking tub. She redid the tile, laid floors. They laid wood floors in their house. I mean, so she's very handy. And she's like, I'm not paying nobody to do this. She fixed her dryer, her washing machine, bought the parts. She got YouTube. You can learn anything. It told her what to do step by step for her model. Swear to God, she did all that stuff.
Wow.
I said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm fixing my dryer." "What?" "Oh yeah, I got to put in the new tumbler thing." I was like, and
Wow.
then when there were steps she couldn't do, she would call somebody, and they would tell her how to do it. It was like, okay, well, next time do this, 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 this. Because there are some things that's going to be out of your range, but a lot of the stuff, Harry, we could do. You know,
Yeah, a lot of stuff is just a bolt somewhere.
yeah.
You unscrew the bolt, replace the part, and screw it.
I would tell people just know where all the things are to turn off things in your whole house. Like know where to turn off the water, know where to turn off the electricity.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know how to do those kinds of things, because if something floods, you don't know how to turn off the water. I
You
don't know how to
know,
turn off the water.
you know what's funny is when they at the apartment they're in now, they had a situation where they needed to turn off the water because it was flooding. And my daughter calls me with her husband, and they're like, "Where will we turn off the water?" Like, what? Go down to the basement and see if it's tagged. First floor, second floor, see if and they were able to do it. But I was like, my God, you're calling me first? Go down to the basement and find where your pipes are.
Well, they didn't know what to look for, so they had to call you so you could tell them. That's what I mean. When they get in their house, they need to go and where everything is so that they know how to do it. You know, like if the power goes out, how do you flip the switches back on, right? Like just know where things are so you don't have to do them in an emergency.
Yeah.
Know how to turn off your furnace, how to turn on your furnace, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I learned how to jump my furnace, you know, because when it was a few times where we run out of oil, and then when you get the oil delivered, you have to jump it again.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, and the first thing I'm gonna tell her is go get some solar panels.
Oh yeah,
Put solar panels on your roof.
that will save you.
It will save you, and when the lights go on in the neighborhood, yours won't go off. You know, it's like they go out.
That's a good idea, Harry. So what you gonna give them as a gift?
I wish I could do it here, but I'm in a condo association. Everything has to be voted on.
You can't put a solar pan like, you know, I've seen these stand-up solar panels off people's porches.
Oh,
you could do that.
Yeah, but like you can't put nothing on the front because of condo association rules. You could put it on your deck, but I got huge trees.
Oh, so you would never get any sun.
I would never get any sun. So what I'm giving them for their home warming gift is the Ring doorbell.
Nice.
And for the girls, I already bought a telescope so they could put on the deck and watch the stars.
I used to have a telescope. Take it outside with my kids and we look out. That's a good gift.
Yeah.
Gift. Gift. All right. Well, happy Monday. We're back at this tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll start the day tomorrow with a smile.
So wait, so when do we have guests?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah.
Right.
So forward to it. All at 10:15 today. So yeah. I squeeze some other people
on tomorrow.
Yeah, see you on tomorrow, Harry. I gotta go see my trainer now in about an hour. So I gotta go put on some gym clothes. All right.
You've been listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. And play music. Cue music, Harry.
Mm-hmm.